Hello, Vanessa. How are you feeling today? You look a little tired. Well, it's been a while since we last spoke. How's your anxiety been?
Ooh.
You did so well with your calming protocols when we first worked together. Are you still using those? Yes? Okay, good. Well, now I understand there's a new issue. It came on just recently, rather suddenly. Can you tell me about it?
What issue? I've been doing my job. I come in and sit at my desk and do my work.
Yes, of course you do. Your performance reviews are good. But a routine check of your online history has revealed that you've spent quite a bit
Oh
of time with
yeah.
someone in an encrypted conversation. We have
Glitch
transcripts,
trap.
and I've read them. But it's not clear what you're talking about in these conversations. I can't make sense of it. You must be getting something from these that I'm not getting, right? Who are you talking to in these?
No one.
Uh,
Sometimes I talk with Lewis. He's in the marketing department. He's nice, I guess.
Yes, I see Lewis here.
Lewis is not dead, but he's an
But
idiot.
there's someone else. Good morning.
Okay, too. Oh,
Isn't it a pretty day? No? What's the matter? Oh, right. Too bright. I'll pull the
see how
shades.
she's talking differently? Different person. Or
Better?
different personality.
When the shade's pulled, it feels like we're in a cubbyhole or a cave? Yeah? Hmm. So you're not talking to me again today. This isn't all that productive, you know. Don't you think the sessions are more successful when you talk to me? You know, everyone associated with this company gets performance reviews, right? When my sessions don't get results, my reviews aren't very good. If you don't want to talk for your own sake, how about for mine? You don't want me to get in trouble, do you? I could be put in the corner for a timeout. Yeah, you think that's funny, huh?
Seems like she's talking to a child. And I've heard like some of the things, and I do not agree with the Gregory theory that MatPat did. I think that theory is dumb. I'm sorry, MatPat, you're awesome. I love your theories, but I think that theory is kind of dumb, and I disagree with it respectfully. But I'm just gonna I respectfully disagree with it. The only input I'm putting on it is it's kind of dumb. Alright, guys. Okay, so I just talked to my brother's stuff and I asked him something about personalities. With the people talking about, like, the child thing, right? That the second patient is a child. What he just told me makes me think the second personality is Vanny. Because he told me, like, I asked him, hey, can different personalities, like, can, like, one personality, like, there's the main personality, which is full, like, adult and everything, right? And then there's the second personality, which doesn't know, is more childlike, but is, say, like, they're a murderer, but they're childlike and don't know as much. And he said yes, their personalities like that. And he went, like, you know, talked a little bit more about personalities, like people with DID, which is when they are, like, different personalities, completely different person. Their bodies also change, and, like, so, like, okay, say I had, like, 4 different personalities. There's one personality where I have to take, like, this stuff that diabetics take, and then there's a personality where I'm deaf, and a personality where I'm blind, and then there's my main personality, which is none of that. It's weird. It's weird. Hello, John. Welcome back to the stream, or welcome to the stream to this one, but welcome back to the channel. But yeah, so what he just told me, and everything, that makes me lean further to this other patient is Vanny. Anyway, let's continue.
Go ahead. Sit down.
I don't know you. What happened to...
Oh, we'll get to know each other in no time. I've
Oh,
read through
different
all your
therapists.
files, so I feel like we've been talking for weeks. I feel like I know your dad, too. Bill, right?
Oh,
Your dad's name was Bill?
another way of saying William.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I try to do what I'm supposed to do.
I know you do. Your supervisor knows that
Oh,
you follow
my God.
instructions perfectly. Your dad made you follow
No, like,
instructions,
there's...
didn't
Oh,
he? I'm talking about the custody battle between your mum and your dad. Your dad didn't play fair, did he? He used to make your mum look bad in court. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Do you want to talk about how that felt? I suppose I don't need you to tell me it felt bad to have a parent scare you into saying things
my
that weren't
God.
true. He manipulated you. It wasn't your fault. It's really sad. But it's common for one parent to use their child to hurt the other parent. I know your mum, after she lost the custody case.
killed herself.
I was supposed to be a good girl.
What happened to her had nothing to do with
That's
you. Even
sad.
though
That's
it
messed
was
up.
your testimony that did it. Was that testimony true?
What?
No, I didn't think so. But your dad is to blame, not you.
Okay, so for new people in the stream, what I just talked about, okay, my brother came in, told me something like, in a bit, he asked if I wanted to watch this zombie movie with him that apparently takes it way too far, which I like when things take it too far, because, like, it shows, like Outlast. Outlast takes things too far, but it's messed up, and I like stuff like that, even though it freaking disturbs me. But, yeah, but anyways, I asked him about, like, if there's a different personality, it's like can they like childlike and a murderer, can they know stuff that that the main personality can't? And he said yes. So, like, basically, this makes me think that, of course, we have Vanessa, but then the second patient is Vanny, and that Vanny is a second personality created because of Glitch Trap, and that Vanny is more childlike but playful, playful, and doesn't know as much as Vanessa does, knowledge-wise, and of course is a murderer. And he also told me, like, you know, with personalities, like, thought processes and body, and, like, the way their body works change. Like, I could have 4 different, I could have a personality that I'm deaf, a personality where I'm blind, and my main personality, I would not be either of those. I don't know why things work like that. It is weird with people who have DID. That is weird. So, yeah, that makes me think that Vanny is a different personality, but is more childish and playful and doesn't know as much and is not as, like, doesn't have as much knowledge as Vanessa, and is of course a murderer. Super mess says probably. Matt Pat said it's probably Vanny. Yeah, I do. Like I said earlier, I like the one in one of Matt Pat's series how he said the second patient is Gregory. I really no, but I think but yeah, he said it was Vanny. Just I don't know. There's a lot of multiple things that are split up in this, and it's just yeah, Vanny and Vanessa are the same person, but it's different different personalities. It's well,
You're
that's
not
my
going to
theory.
talk to me? No? What's the problem? Oh, the flowers? Yes, these are particularly fragrant today, aren't they? I'll move them. There. Now,
Got this new
let's see.
Crash Bandicoot 4G feel.
What are you
It's
looking
pretty good.
at? You're amazingly alert, aren't you? All right. Well, I'd like to have you tell me about yourself. But I can see that you're not going to do that. Or are you? All right then. If you aren't going to talk to me, I'll just go by these notes. You just sit there and be comfy. Or not. That chair doesn't really fit you, does it? Well, this won't take long. Let's see. Your previous counselor is no longer available. Does that bother you? No.
I think Vanny killed him.
You don't look surprised to see me sitting here instead of your last
I
therapist.
think Vanny killed her.
Well, then, let's get to it. I'll admit that some of what's in your file is a little surprising. Overall, you don't come across as a troublemaker. But if you read between the lines, it's clear that you have a little rebellious side, right? And I'm surprised by your knowledge of computers. You're something of a phenom. Do you know what that word means? It means you have unusual skill. Like a hacker. I assume you know what a hacker is. Yes? Do you think of yourself as a hacker?
See what I mean? Because Vanessa would have clearly known that, but since Vanny came in, boom. And from what I've heard from theories and stuff, it is common knowledge that it is common for therapists to talk to people with a DID. Like when they talk to different personalities, it is common for therapists to talk to the talk to the different personalities in a different way or a different tone of voice. It is a thing that therapists do apparently.
Good morning, Vanessa. Let's jump right
Back
in,
to
shall
Vanessa.
we? I got a message last night about you.
What
and
other
I
reason
have
would
to
she be
honest,
needing therapy?
It was upsetting. Apparently, the IT department has put together a pretty lengthy report chronicling non-job related communications that have been coming to your computer. The fact that you're still doing something obviously not work-related on the job is disturbing enough. But what bothers me about what I read is that the messages you're getting seem very manipulative in nature. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh.
I get a lot of messages from friends. I like when Lewis writes to me. He's funny.
I'm
She
not
likes
talking
Lewis.
about Lewis. You know who I'm talking about. Why won't you open up about it? What you might not know is that this person who's been sending you messages has been hacking into your personal files too. These are the same files I have here. These files are full of details about your life. Do you know what that means?
Glitch trap.
I'm not in the tech department. I just type on the computers.
I know that. But what matters here is that this person who is contacting you knows a lot about you.
Lots of people know more than I do. Sometimes I need to listen.
Oh, okay. I have nothing to add right now, so we're just gonna continue.
Good morning. It's good to meet you. I've read your file, so I'm up to speed on what you and your previous therapists have worked on.
New therapist. Oh, because Vanny
Sure,
killed the last
you
one
can have
because
a
she knew
candy.
too much.
I'll have one too. You look chill sitting there like that. Not a care in the world, huh? All right. Well, I'd like to start by talking about your parents. What happened to them and you was tragic. But when I looked through the notes, I didn't get a sense that you've processed that emotionally. When I read your account of what happened, it came across as, well, more of an objective rather than a subjective narrative. Oh, sorry. You don't know what that means, do you? What I mean is that the way you told the story is more like you were reading something from a book than you were talking about your own past. That makes me
'Cause
think
she
you've cut
was.
yourself off a bit. Is
Bro.
that right? Not sure? Well, I see in your file that you spend a lot of time by yourself and are good at self-dialogue. You know what I mean? Asking yourself questions and getting answers. So maybe you
talking
should
to a
ask
trap.
yourself how you really feel about your past. Maybe you should give yourself a chance to really look at what happened and let yourself be upset about it, so you can let it go.
Okay, hold up. I have a theory. Okay, so you know how the therapist said it's like she read it from a book? I think. Oh my god. Okay, so how she read it from a book? I think Glitch Trap told Vanny / Vanessa to tell a different story, like to tell a certain story, like about her family and stuff. And Vanessa is being manipulated and kind of like forced into like saying this. Oh my god, bro. Cause like if you think like I forget what the words are, but like Bill is like another like way of like or another type of way for William, and how William said like in or how not it said Bill made Vanessa tell like the court a different like a different side of the story because he scared her into it, and after her father won the custody battle, her Vanessa's mother offed herself. I think I that's what okay, what if that's something similar to what happened with, because we never see Afton's wife. What if that's something similar that happened with, oh my god. There's so much to the FNAF. Yes, like dang. Okay, let's go. Let's continue.
Hi,
7.
Vanessa. Would you like a candy? Butterscotch today.
No,
Butters-
thank you.
Ooh,
Those
butterscotch.
have 35 calories apiece.
Well, they taste good to me.
Butterscotch is epic. I love butterscotch.
Okay. I thought we could do something today that will help us get to know one another better. It looks like you've never taken an ink blot test, right? No? Okay. Then I'm going to show you some ink blots, like this one. And I want you to tell me the first thing it makes you think of. Here we go. What do you see here?
A treehouse.
It does look sort of like a treehouse, doesn't it?
Okay.
Do you like treehouses?
I like to sit outside and read.
That's good. Now, what about this one?
A beetle.
Really?
Yeah.
Looks like a face to me. That's
Opposite
very
of Vanny.
interesting.
Or Vanessa. Alright.
Have you thought more about what we talked about? In our last session, you told me you were sad and scared about what happened to you. I suggested you write down exactly what made you so sad and scared. Did you do that? You know, I work with people of all ages, from little kids to the very elderly, and everyone reacts to tragedy differently. Tragedy always leads to a feeling of loss. It's a hole that feels funny, right? Yeah. So, if you could process those feelings, how do you think it would affect your fantasies? Would you keep them in the way they are?
Okay, let's continue. Nothing more to
What
add
are you
for me.
doing?
Nothing
Oh,
from me.
you like those? I
Yeah,
do too.
sorry, that's my
They
phone.
smell so sweet, don't they? Apparently, the janitor on this floor has a garden and has been putting bouquets in the offices here for years. Do you ever grow things? No?
I work a lot.
Okay,
I
that's
know you
done.
do. Maybe more than you should. More free time would do you good. Do you have a hobby? No? Perhaps we could find one for you, like a sport. No?
Murder.
I have a craft
Okay.
space in my basement. Maybe I could come up with something you could learn to do.
I don't like dark basements.
I'd
Opposite with
say
the
make yourself
ending
comfortable,
area
but I
is.
think you already are. It looks like you could take a nap. That's a nice chair, isn't it?
I actually
According to
fall
these
asleep in
message
this one chair I had
logs,
once.
you've been working pretty
Gaming
late over
chair.
the last couple of weeks. Or not working. Are you ready to talk about who you're interacting with? From what I can see here, the interaction is getting more serious. Is it
Ooh.
distracting you from your work?
My work is important. There's a non-disclosure agreement.
Who? Wait, who? If you're like saying why, I'm not sure. Maybe it's the way like they're talking to the different. I don't know.
Good morning, Vanessa.
Yes.
Well,
So
I
she's
can't
still
blame
talking
you
to
for looking
Vanessa.
out the window instead of listening to me. It's a gorgeous day, isn't it?
This
I like
therapist
the
is
blue
still
sky.
alive.
So do I. Now, let's see what we can get done on this nice sunny day. Okay, here we go. I know part of your job requires you to do online searches, but a routine audit of your search history has revealed that you're doing a little
Oh, no.
private searching on company
No!
time. Is that right?
No!
I get breaks.
No.
That's true. So, on your breaks, it looks like you were shopping for a costume. You purchased some fake fur material. What are you gonna make? What was that? Did you say the
Vanny.
costume is a secret? Why is that?
I can't talk about this. He said he would always be watching. He could be here, or there, or anywhere in between.
Are you talking about your dad? Have those feelings come up again? I
Glitch
hate
trap.
sounding like a broken record, but this is something you really need to resolve if you're ever going to be happy.
I have. I compartmentalized him. He's locked away.
No, that's not what I mean. You can't just ignore an issue. You have to face your memory of the experiences and process them so you can let it go. So you don't get triggered anymore. You can use a sort of self-dialogue to release these things.
I don't like doing
Well, okay. We'll get back to that. I'd really like to know something about this costume. What's it for?
Okay, so we of course know the costume is Walt Vanny, and of course she was referring to Glitch Trap, but I think he's making Vanessa do that because the Vanny personality doesn't really know how to make stuff like that, how to make costume stuff, but Vanessa does. So that's why he's making Vanessa do some of the stuff so that Vanny can do what she needs to do. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so that oh my god, yeah. Like okay. Yeah. Cuz the Vanny, yeah, like I said, the Vanny personality doesn't know how to do any of that stuff, but Vanessa does. So Vanessa does that for Vanny, but she's kind of manipulated and forced to do it. I know it's kind of confusing, like I'm beginning to start understand more about DID. I especially know a bit more about DID after watching Moon Knight, even though Moon Knight is some personalities like that in Moon. I don't know, but yeah, I've learned a bit more about personalities from Moon Knight and some of these FNAF theories. So yeah. Anyways, let's go. Let's continue.
I understand you'll be transferring to a different location soon. I'll be sorry to see you go. I think we've been making progress. Don't
Damn,
you?
this therapist is still alive.
You can request to come back and speak with me more on your own time, though. Did you know that? Our sessions don't have to be company mandated. I have all sorts of clients, Vanessa. I don't just work with corporations. I work with individuals and small groups. I even work in schools. I'm wherever I'm needed.
I'm needed somewhere else now. Thank you.
I think that was Vanny. Okay, not Van. I think when she said that, I think that was Vanessa switching into Vanny. I think that was the Vanny personality taking over. Okay, let's go. Let's continue.
When I'm getting to know a new client, I like to start by finding out directly
Okay,
from them
so
what
last
they
one
like to do.
died.
How do you spend all the time you have? Nothing. Well, how do you feel about sports? You like sports? Yeah? No? Oh, I get it. You like to watch them, but not play them. You like being inside, don't you? I get that. Lots of weird stuff outdoors, isn't there? Yeah, I understand. Well, I hate to do this right off the bat, but I've been directed to ask you about this. Apparently, I'm the 4th therapist you've had. And apparently, all 3 of your former therapists have gone missing. Or 2 of them are missing. I don't want to scare you, but I have to tell you that one of them was found dead.
Oh.
That doesn't seem to upset you.
Alright.
Well, then I guess I'll go ahead and tell you that the woman's body was pretty messed up. It looked like it was mangled by machinery.
What did Vanny do?
That doesn't bother you either?
Oh.
It's all pretty strange, I think. I'm not clear on the circumstances. Apparently the police don't have any evidence. How does all of this make you feel? Maybe I should be watching my back. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Okay, shall we move on to something lighter?
Okay, so how she said the one therapist that was found dead, how her body was looked like it was mangled by machinery. I have 2 theories. Either one, Vanny brought her to like this one thing, mechanical thing, and put her through it and killed her, or she brought it to Burn Trap, and Burn Trap killed her, because in a very violent way. In order for like Burn Trap to get more remnant. Oh my, so he can like come back. Okay, let's go, let's continue.
Do you know a place called Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex? I'll take your silence as a yes. And besides, I know you know it, because the technicians who work for Pizzaplex know you. Or rather, I guess it would be better to say that they think they do. They report that they've caught you on camera, or at least it appears to be you. Nothing to say about that? Well, the techs are convinced that you've hacked into their system many times. Although, I'll admit I don't see any proof here. Seems like they have more of a gut feeling than fact. But apparently, the hacks are causing all kinds of problems. You get a kick out of that? The idea of techs running around like chickens with their heads cut off? Yeah, that's a funny image, isn't it? But seriously, I have to say that I think it's weird that you'd spend so much time in such a busy, social place. You seem like more of a loner to me. Lots of time by yourself instead of with friends. Lots of time talking to yourself. Right? Is it the electronics you like? I saw in your file that you have developed software programs that talk to you in repeat phrases, right? The program asks you questions and prompts you for responses. It's kind of like your own self-therapy, isn't it? Another way of talking to yourself to work things out, right? When I saw some of your recent encrypted conversation logs, that's what I thought I was looking at. It felt like I was watching someone go back and forth in their own head. But the techs found something that's different than that. When I read what they found, at first, I thought I was looking at more examples of you just talking with yourself. Then I realized it was different. When I study this, it sounds like there is someone else responding to you. Who is it?
Uh,
I saw some ink blot test results.
different
in your
one.
file.
Okay.
I like ink blot tests. You want to do one? Yes? Okay. How about this one?
Fifth one. My
What do you
God.
see? What? You want to hold it? Okay. You think it's a mask? It reminds you of a mask? Like a disguise?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I can see that. You like the idea of being disguised? Disguises let you be sort of invisible, don't they? You can get away with almost anything when you're invisible, can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, you like
she
that idea?
does.
Huh? Well, okay. Moving on. I have another report we need to talk about. Apparently, the techs were reviewing communications going in and out of this building, and they came across some interesting things. They say you were in communication with someone. Or maybe something. Pretty strange. What do you think about that? Nothing? Well, the techs say it looked to them like it was an attempt to manipulate you, or maybe to lure you somewhere.
We of course know this is a glitch trap.
There, that's better. On this side of the desk, I can see your eyes. The thing is, when I read the communications, I get something different out of them. I don't think you're being manipulated here. I think you're the one doing the manipulating. No comment? Huh? Okay. Then how about this? I have this still shot the techs pulled from the security footage that recorded you in the Pizzaplex. That's you, isn't it? I know this image is distorted, but I think it looks like you.
Distorted.
You're not alone here. You're talking to someone. Or something. It's hard to tell. What
Something
are those
happens when
things?
Vanny gets close to you.
They almost look like rabbit ears. What? You find that amusing? Well, I guess it is.
So we know she's talking. We know it's always referring to glitch trap and stuff, but that on the like the distortion, like when Vanny gets near you, and this is how the therapist said it was like a bunny ears. She's talking to glitch trap. Final one.
I got another message from the techs at the Pizzaplex. I'm afraid it's about you again. The techs have been struggling to fix some serious glitches with the robots. I'm not sure what exactly is wrong, except that it's making the robots more eerie than entertaining. You like that? Eerie instead of entertaining? Thanks, but it's really not that funny. Apparently, the glitch extended beyond the robots. It went system-wide. It began infecting all the machines, and when the techs traced the glitch back to its origin, it led them to you. I'm not going to pretend to understand everything I'm reading here, but what I get is that the system-wide glitch was like a cascade that was broadcasting a very dangerous message. While the techs were trying to reprogram the system to remove the glitch, the source of the glitch shifted. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not all that familiar with computer programming, so I might get this wrong, but what I understand is that the glitch stopped being a glitch and turned into an intentional set of subroutines that were aimed at creating the same thing the glitch created. Those subroutines seem to have come from you. Can you explain that? Listen, I'm on your side here. Our sessions are just between you and me. The techs can't prove what they think, so you're not in trouble. I just thought you could tell me what you're trying to do. Maybe if we could get to the bottom of that, it could help you. What do you think? Still not talking? All right. Well, then let's do this. Why don't we talk about the research I did in your past, shall we? Some therapists think they should only focus on information they get from their clients, but some therapists, like me, think it's helpful to find out about clients from other sources. Wanna guess what I found out when I looked into the tragedy of your past? All that stuff about your parents? You aren't even gonna look at me? Fine. You can look at the floor all you want. But it won't change the fact that none of what you said in your file about your parents was true. The truth is, you had great parents. A great childhood. Why did you lie? Look at me. Tell me why you lied. Well, I can understand why you might feel angry about the way I just confronted you.
Well,
Why don't we come back to this another day?
there won't be another day for you.
You're shaking your head as though that's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. For you anyways. Okay, so, yeah, that happened. Okay, so yeah, that was all the tapes. That was the end of it. And I can't play any more of them again. No! Okay. Okay, wow. Holy crap. Okay, so I'm gonna make another save to, like, you know, so I can listen to them all again and everything. But bro, that was freaking insane. Okay, I'm saving the video clip.